Brad Sherman of California.
As to your bill, I'd point out that most ISIS fighters go into Turkey, where perhaps their passports are stamped, and then they sneak into ISIS-controlled areas where ISIS has a shoddy record of stamping passports, and we may have to look at every European passport stamped in Turkey. That would obviously be an issue.
Actually, what is now an issue is Daesh's ability to actually produce phony passports.
That would be another issue. Mr. Secretary, I've got so many issues. Most of them I think you'll choose to respond for the record. First, on the budget, this committee has urged and voted that you spend $1.5 million broadcasting in the Sindhi language to reach a huge part of Pakistan, southern Pakistan, in the Sindhi language. We talked about this last time you were here. Now your budget requests an additional $35 million for our broadcasting efforts. My hope is that you'll be able to respond for the record that if we get you a substantial increase, maybe not the full $35 million, but that the first additional dollars will be to broadcast in the language of southern Pakistan.
I think it's worth $35 million, Congressman. No.
It only takes $1.5 million. The rest is for whatever else you choose to spend the money on. And I want to compliment your General Counsel in Karachi for looking into the assassination of Anwar Laghari, who was a Sindhi, a protector of Sindhi culture. As to our work against ISIS, during World War II, we had bombing rules of engagement that led to the deaths of 70,000 French civilians because we were serious. General de Gaulle never urged us not to bomb an electric facility because it would inconvenience French civilians. He never asked Dwight Eisenhower not to hit a tanker truck because a civilian might be driving it. Yet I'm told that in bombing ISIS, we will not hit a moving truck and we will not hit electric power lines because not only do we not want to kill any civilians, even those working for ISIS, but we don't want to inconvenience those living under ISIS. And it is a major inconvenience not to have electricity. I hope you would comment for the record about our rules of engagement against ISIS. I now want to focus on Iran. North Korea provided the nuclear technology that was used at Al-Kabar, which the Israelis destroyed in Syria a few years ago. Now North Korea has a dozen nuclear weapons. That's about what they need. Perhaps the next one goes on eBay, not quite that flippantly, but you get the point. I spoke to the Chinese foreign minister yesterday, and I will urge you to urge him, as I did, that China prevent any nonstop flight over its territory from North Korea to Tehran. Such a nonstop flight could easily export one or several nuclear weapons. If, on the other hand, that flight stops for fuel, as of course it should, if China requires, they will, I'm sure the Chinese will take a look at what's on the plane. It's natural that you're here defending the nuclear deal. It was, I didn't vote for it, but there are very good aspects of that deal. But I'm concerned that the administration now is just in a role of defending Iran, as if any comment about Iran is an attack on the deal. I would, during Rouhani's tenure, we've seen a lot more executions in Iran, and I hope that you would personally issue a statement condemning Iran's violation of human rights, particularly when they kill people for the so-called crime of waging war on God. As to the missile sanctions, you indicate we sanctioned a few companies, we sanctioned a few individuals. Those companies don't do business in the United States. Those individuals do not want to visit Disneyland. And I hope that you would sanction the Iranian government for its violation with sanctions that actually affect the Iranian economy. Otherwise, to say certain individuals who have no intention of coming to the United States will not be allowed in the United States indicates an acceptance of Iranian violations. Under the UN Security Council Resolution 2231, Russia can't sell fighter planes to Iran unless the Security Council specifically approves that. I'll ask you, will we use our veto to prevent fighter planes from being sold to Iran from Russia?
Well, I don't think you have to use a veto. I think it's a matter of the committee. There's a committee, and it's in approval in the committee, but we would not approve it.
And would we use our veto if necessary to prevent the
To
sale?
the best of my knowledge, Congressman, I haven't looked at the specifics of the transaction, et cetera. In principle, we are very concerned about the transfer of weapons, and so, we would approach it with great skepticism, but I haven't seen the specific transfer or what the request is. We have a committee that will analyze this thoroughly before anything happens, and the committee signs off on it, I assure you. We'll stay in touch with you.
Thank you.
Chair recognizes Mr. Poe.